history made. 8 years ago, she lost the nomination to Barack Obama. 8 years later, it's her turn. Hillary Clinton, the first woman to land the nomination for a major party for president. And overnight, we were the only team allowed behind the stage before Secretary Clinton gave her historic speech. Right there, that was the first time she saw the crowd waiting. After our interview, she delivered that speech. To thunderous applause, she walked out onto that stage, thanking her supporters, but also aware of the history and aware of a difficult battle ahead. Tonight, we ask her about Donald Trump. Is she ready? About the FBI investigation into her email. Is anything coming? About the VP list. And about the very personal, her late mother. I just want to show you this. This is the crowd that is waiting for you.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
So this is 8 years ago to the day that you conceded, and tonight you will go out there.
That's right.
For a very different reason.
That's right. It's almost hard to take in. It really is.
Is it sinking in?
Oh, this is sinking it in, I can tell you that. It's an overwhelming feeling, David, really.
I heard you were editing the speech right up until about 30 seconds ago.
That's right, exactly.
Do you feel good about it?
I do.
She tells me she will embrace the history.
I'm trying to capture that without just completely, getting overwhelmed by the emotion of it.
They're chanting your name and they have no idea you're up here looking at them. Will you talk about your mother tonight?
I will. I'm going to, yes. That was one of the choices that I made. It's hard often for me, as you remember from our interview, to talk about her without getting really teary. But I couldn't really think of how to give the speech without talking about her. So, yes.
But before she steps onto that stage, she sits down with us.
Madam Secretary, thank you.
Thank you, David.
You're about to walk out onto that stage as the first female presumptive nominee for a major party for president. And I'm curious, personally, what this moment means to you.
Well, I think it's going to take some real time to absorb and reflect on what it means to me personally, what it means to our country. But just as I look at this night and feel the joy and the sense of both possibility and responsibility, it means a great deal to have the faith and trust of so many people.
The first time in our nation's history that a woman will be a major party's nominee for president of the United States.
This country has watched you as First Lady, then elected to the Senate, then a bruising campaign for president 8 years ago.
Right.
But now you're back.
Right.
What is that moment for you?
Well, I didn't really believe back in 2008 that I would ever try this again. So when I conceded and then went to work immediately for then Senator Obama, that's where I saw my future.
And we ask her about the journey 8 years ago, that private meeting after losing to Barack Obama at Senator Feinstein's home.
There were two chairs, two glasses of water. You were alone in the room.
Actually, 2 glasses of wine, too.
Okay, that helps.
Diane had to pour us both some, California wine.
Have you heard from him yet?
We've continually talked throughout this process.
But since the math added up for you, have you heard from the president?
We were supposed to talk tonight, but we haven't yet connected. We'll probably do it later tonight.
And after her speech, that phone call with the president.
Has he signaled to you that he's ready to fight the fight for you?
Well, I think he has signaled that he's ready to fight the fight against Donald Trump.
House Speaker Paul Ryan was asked about Donald Trump and his comments on the judge born in Indiana of Mexican heritage. And Speaker Ryan said, claiming a person can't do their job because of race is the textbook definition of a racist comment. Do you think that Donald Trump is a racist?
Well, I don't know what's in his heart, but I know that that comment about the very accomplished federal judge who was born in Indiana to parents from Mexico was a racist attack.
In the last 24 hours, Senator Tester, a key Democratic leader, was asked about the idea of a Clinton-Warren ticket, Elizabeth Warren, of course. He answered, is the country ready for two women? I don't know.
Well, I'm not going to get into vice presidential choices, but I have the highest regard for Senator Warren.
Let's put her name aside, though. Do you think the country would be ready for two women?
I think at some point, maybe this time, maybe in the future.
Is Bernie Sanders, would he be a good vice president?
We're going to be looking at everybody who has something to contribute.
How short is the short list, Secretary?
Well, we don't have a short list yet.
Do you think it's time for a meeting with Senator Sanders?
Well, I'm certainly reaching out. Our campaigns are talking to one another. I want to unify the party.
You have said that Donald Trump does not have the right temperament to be president. He says of you that you lack judgment. He points to your emails. The last time we sat down, you apologized. You said it was a mistake. But Trump says, FBI investigation aside, that what Hillary Clinton is guilty of is, quote, stupidity and bad judgment. And he asks, how can a person with this kind of judgment become the president?
Well, again, I'm not responding to any of the personal attacks that come from Donald Trump.
He did bring up the emails, though, again tonight. He's going to in this general election. You know that. Can you assure the American people and the Bernie Sanders supporters who you now have to court that there isn't anything coming from this FBI investigation that's going to change the course of your campaign?
Absolutely.
You're confident?
Absolutely, yes.
Are you ready for that debate stage against Donald Trump?
I am so looking forward to it.
You are?
Absolutely. I really am.
She tells me it will be a singular moment in American history.
You told me in September that you still hear your mother's voice.
Right. I do.
What would she say to you as you walk out onto that stage tonight?
Well, she would be really excited and proud. She would be, like I am, overwhelmed by this historic moment. She taught me so much in my life, including how to stand up to bullies, which apparently is going to be very much in demand in the upcoming campaign. And she would just give me that unconditional love and support.
President Obama revealing he did watch the speech last night. The White House says he was moved by the history of the moment.